We're back to the Neil Haley Show and also the Media Giant Effect. I'm excited to welcome to the program Allan Knight. Allan, entrepreneur, author. How are you, Allan? Thanks for stopping by, man.
I'm doing well, Neil. How are you doing?
Fantastic. And our topic today, we're going to talk about assertive confidence when we're presenting, when we're trying to potentially have somebody buy something from us, when we're just basically every day working with our clients. Assertive confidence is very important, isn't it?
Okay, not just that, Neil, but also dating, parenting, any relationship. Most people are getting into dysfunctional relationships partly because they're not communicating with the confidence and assertiveness they need to earn that respect. So it could apply to anyone.
All right, so let's kind of talk about defining assertive confidence first of all.
Well, the reason I put those two words together is for years, I lived, I think I told you that I lived as a Zen monk for 9 years of my life. Then when I left the monastery, I realized that accessing the Zen zone and that mindset is important, but unless you integrate it with every aspect of your life, it was going to be limited. And I realized that the future of the world was going to be entrepreneurship. I was very fascinated with the whole concept of attracting deep connections, heart-centered connections. Soulmate revolution is part of what I do. And so I knew that confidence was a big part of what I teach. But then the communication skills also are important. They need to be combined. So assertiveness is when people take their confidence and put it into practice in their daily communication with other people. So I'm asserting myself with inner confidence, and I bridge the two together.
So why aren't people showing assertive confidence? Give me an example of someone who doesn't show assertive confidence, let's say while presenting versus somebody who does. Can you give me that example to see?
Well, the simplest one, the most fun one, is going on a date.
Okay.
I remember in my young years, and women considered me relatively attractive kind of guy. I met them, I go to first base, have a date, and then with a short period of time, they lost interest in me. And if I'd see someone I was really attracted to, my insecurity and fear would kick in because I thought, I'm not good enough for her. My brother, I lived in the shadow of my brother, who was Mr. Everybody, medical school, great athlete, really good looking. And I lived in a conflict. So I had this inner emotional, psychological virus, you might say, that got triggered when I would meet someone I was really attracted to, or in business, could potentially close a sale with someone I really wanted to sell, but I was intimidated by asking for the sale because my insecurity and fear kicked in and screwed up my communication. Like if I walked to up to a woman and dance, you wouldn't want to dance with me, would you? And of course, they say no. You turn around and you go back and say, never again. I'm never going to do that again. And you live your whole life not going after what you really want. So it's very insidious.
So based on what you learned as a Zen monk, here's the question. Assertive confidence in everyday being, it's challenging because there's these ups and downs in your life, ups and downs of specific things. You could be on an all-time high and then go to a low, and then the next call comes or the next thing happens. And you have to challenge yourself to kind of put that game face on and go through, even though in your body you might not. So what kind of practices should, especially entrepreneurs, a lot of them listen to my program, and business owners how can, especially the YouTube channel, can bring a little bit more assertive confidence in their daily life? Like, what things should we practice so that we do this? It can't be as easy as saying, okay, I'm confident now.
Totally, you're 100% right. That's why when I left the monastery and I lived there and I accessed what I call the Zen zone, that space of inner peace, tranquility, contentment. And then when I went into society, I missed women too much. I went back into society and I was a basket case. And I learned that unless you connect that inner peace and tranquility that a lot of people are after in the self-development world, unless you connect that with the emotional well-being, psychological well-being, physical well-being, financial well-being, relationship well-being, unless you connect all the dots, it's going to be limited. And that's why I created I'm not saying this to sell it to you, but that's why I created this 9-step formula that connects all the dots. So if you actually work on yourself, part of it is mindset, not all of it. Part of it is changing your thoughts from negative to positive. Part of it's channeling your emotions. Part of it is getting clear on your vision, being crystal clear. Part of it is being able to manage the challenges and obstacles, well, they come our way. Like you said, you're up and you're down. Well, that's self-mastery, which is number 6 of my 9 steps. And in the self-mastery, when you've worked on your inner fitness enough, when you worked on your actions and accountability in number 5, now you're ready to take on I call them the Scud missiles of life. They come your way. Well, you learn to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and get back in the zone, and then communicate with assertiveness. So it's a Zen approach to communication.
Makes absolute sense. Where can people find out? I mean, you're giving us this keys saying, okay, there's specific areas that everyone needs to work on. I don't think everyone has what you've created. If they did, everyone would be, having assertive confidence in everything in their lives. There's definitely areas that everyone does not have the right assertive confidence. So where can they find info? Where's the best place? Is it purchasing a book, or is it your course, or what is it to learn those?
Well, the best way is to go to my website, allanknight.com is my website. You'll get all the information there. If you want to buy my book, you can certainly go. It's on there. You can get it at Amazon. Mind Gone Wild. I have another one called Soulmate Revolution. If you want to book a call with me, I'm happy to do as part of being on this show, a 45-minute complimentary X-ray assessment, no obligation. You don't have to take any coaching whatsoever. I'll show you exactly what's holding you back and the strategy out of that, so that you can turn that around within 60 to 90 days in a very powerful way. If you want to take coaching, you can. If you want to be a coach, we have now a certified coaching program where you not only you might be a coach and don't have a program, or you might have a program that's different than mine. You might be interested in a certified coaching program. So allanknight.com would be the best place to get it.
We appreciate it, Allan. Such great information. All right, take care.
Thank you so much, Neil.
You're listening and watching The Neil Haley Show, and we'll be back in just a moment.